Welcome to Brentwood Baptist Church. We are glad you decided to join us in worship this morning. I'm Heather Orn, and I'll be your host for today's Countdown to Worship. Our ushers work hard each Sunday to make a place for everyone who enters into our sanctuary. As we begin worship today, we'd like to ask you to take this opportunity to squeeze into the center of your pew to provide seating for those still coming in. We appreciate your cooperation in helping us accommodate all those coming through our doors each week. Now let's take a look at a few announcements before we start worshiping together.
So what happens when a church starts to run off a bunch of its members in order to reach one of the fastest growing communities in the nation for Jesus Christ? Well, that's the adventure that we're on in 2009 as we begin to prepare for the launch of our South Campus in the Thompson Station Spring Hill area. I want to give you a couple updates about our progress. First of all, remember that in November we voted almost unanimously to move forward with this project. So we decided that Christmas Eve would be our first worship gathering. And so for Christmas Eve, we gathered in the old Spring Hill High School. We had about 170 of us, a lot of families, multiple generations worshiping together as we talked about the power of Jesus Christ and His incarnation. Set the stage for everything that's going to happen in 2009. As we move into 2009, we're excited to begin the next step of our implementation process, and that's the development of our core families and people who feel called to be a part of this process. We take the first step tonight with a commitment service and a time of fellowship at 6:30 in Wilson Hall. If you're interested at all in being a part of the South Campus, if you feel God calling you to be a part of this process, then we want you to join us. And you can always, of course, remember to pray for us, and you can stay updated about our progress at brentwoodbaptist.com/South Campus. We can't wait to see all that God's going to do in 2009.
I'm standing here looking at the building complex and noted that they're all completed, the parking lots, the streets, all with the exception of the chapel. This building is greatly needed in order to have intimate settings for weddings and for memorial services and for a quiet place to retreat to be a few moments before the Lord. Tonight at 6:30 in the Deaf Chapel, a town hall meeting is being held in order that you may ask any questions that you have concerning the chapel. There'll be those present who can answer those questions. And then we're asking the congregation to vote on February the 1st and 8th concerning the proceeding of the building of this chapel. Thank you for your prayerful consideration of this important matter.
In your bulletin is a welcome tab. If your information has changed recently, we ask that you fill out that panel with your new information and place it in the offering plate later in the service. You'll notice on the back of that same panel is a place where you can write down a prayer need. Take some time to fill it out as well so that our prayer team can pray for you. Today we continue in the second year of the Way series. This morning our pastor will share a message called High Noon from John 4. We'll see Jesus go out of His way to have a conversation with a very unlikely candidate, a Samaritan woman, someone most people chose to condemn. But Jesus wasn't like most people. He met her right where she was, took her seriously, and left her with an important message. Before we hear from our pastor, let's begin with a time of worship and praise. We're so glad you're here today. Thanks for being with us.